各位观众朋友大家好，欢迎再次收看音乐在进化当代女性狂潮节目，我是刘玛丽。 Joan Tower 是一位获得格莱美奖的当代美国女性作曲家，在1990年因为银色楼梯 Silver Ladders 成为第一位获得葛文美音乐奖 Grawemeyer 的女性作曲家。 Dr. Joan Tower 是当今最重要的女性作曲家之一。玛丽是从 Grout 的这一本西方音乐史的课本，也就是A History of Western Music 当中学习到她的音乐。感谢她在过去半个世纪的音乐生涯中，她身为作曲家、演奏家、指挥家还有教育家，为当代音乐做出了典范还有卓越的贡献。他的作品主要是受到独奏家还有管弦乐团以及室内乐团的委托创作。 Okay, right now let me introduce Dr. Joan Tower with English. Dr. Joan Tower is a Grammy-winning contemporary American composer. She became the first woman recipient of the Grawemeyer Award for Music in 1990 for her composition Silver Ladders. She is widely regarded as one of the most important composers living today. I studied her music from Grout's A History of Western Music. During a career spanning more than half a century, she has made lasting contributions to musical life around the world as a composer, performer, conductor, and educator. Her works have been commissioned by major ensembles, soloists, and orchestras. Hello, Dr. Tower. Would you like to talk about your fanfare for the uncommon woman is something for response to Copland's fanfare for the common man? What is your musical idea? I'm wondering whether you use the Japanese scale onkai, such as Miyakobushi or Minyaobushi.
What is that?
Oh, that's a da 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 da. That's a Miyakobushi. Yeah, I think a little bit Japanese. That's my opinion, my own opinion. Maybe I'm not right, but that's my feeling, my personal feeling.
Oh, I didn't know that that connection. No.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I have all kinds of connections made to my music, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, they asked me. The Houston Symphony actually asked me to write a fanfare, and I kept asking myself, "What's a fanfare?" I sort of knew there were trumpets involved or something. I only knew fanfares sort of from movies and celebrations, and I kept thinking of fanfare for the common man, which is Copland wrote, and Copland was one of my influences actually.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking, common man? Why couldn't it be common woman? Well, common woman today is kind of outdated. So how about uncommon woman? And that means a woman who is adventurous and strong and takes risks. So that's how that word came up. And that turned out to be a very good title, actually. And I have now 6 fanfares for the uncommon woman, and they are dedicated to very strong women. Mm-hmm. Most of them are in music, but I still have one that I'm going to dedicate, and I'm not sure that this is the one that just got finished for orchestra and piano. There's an alternate revision for piano. So I'm still thinking about who to do. I might dedicate it to Hillary. I'm still thinking about that. Mm-hmm. So that's what that, and most of those those pieces, well, the first one is like the same instrumentation as Copeland's Fanfare, the Common Man Brass Ensemble and Percussion. The second one also. The third one is for 2 brass quintets. The fourth one is for orchestra. The fifth one is for 4 trumpets. And the sixth one is for either orchestra or piano.
Also, you are a teacher, you are a professor, you are teaching in Bar College. Do you enjoy teaching? How to help young musicians to,
I love to teach.
Uh-huh.
That's been the best job anybody could ask for. Because I don't have any children, and my students I care very much about them, and I care about how they're getting engaged in music, and how deep is it? Is it going to launch them for the rest of their lives? Are they going to have enough fuel to be engaged for the rest of their lives in music? So I love teaching. And one of the pieces of advice that I always give is form your own group.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And either play in it or conduct it or present the group, because that way you can control the vision of what you want to do musically.
Mm-hmm. So that's why you found this ensemble, the couple chamber players. That's the same idea.
Exactly. Exactly. I think most composers, Steve Reich formed his own ensemble, Phil Glass. There's a whole bunch of composer collectives in the United States that have formed their own ensembles. And they get much more out of that as a kind of an experience with music that they can have some kind of vision control over than being, submitting pieces to other places where they get rejected or people don't like the style, whatever. So I really believe that composers should form their own groups.
Right, that's exactly right. One last question. As you said, there are fewer women composers on the book, Grout's History of Western Music. Women fewer than men. You are the winner of the Grammy Contemporary Award. Would you like to say something? Yeah, because, women fewer than men composer. But right now it's better than before.
It's definitely better, yes. It's gotten better. We still have a long ways to go. I mean, first of all, we have the dead composer versus the living composer, right? And I'd say the dead composer's winning out pretty strongly, wouldn't you? In the classical music world, anyways. But so within that, the women composer is even smaller because there are just less women composers. There are. And they get less platforms, for sure. But there are they're winning Pulitzer Prizes and Grauemeyers and Grammys, which is all within the last 30 years. No, 20 years, I would say.
Okay.
It's all pretty recent. So, but it's inching along, and I'm glad to report that it's less biased than it used to be.
Yep. Okay, and you say thank you, Maestra, for your nice interview. Hope you have a good one. Hope we can meet in the future.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice. It was a good interview. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
All right.